Okay, now you saying you was part of the ICUPK?
Yeah, it was ICUPK.
Right.
Back in the late 90s.
Right.
Before the different splits or whatever.
Okay.
Before what? Tazadakia went his way.
Okay.
Yohana went his way. Tahar, he was in the House of David, if I'm correct?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, and it just went all over GOCCC, and it's just like.
Yeah.
Well, see, I left before, like, they say, like, the prophecy was supposed to happen, 2000.
Yeah, that's what,
And see, that messed a lot of people up, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you expect this to happen. They drilling this in your head that 2000, Christ's going to come, it's going to be a new kingdom, blah, blah, blah. And
how long did Noah
it's just another day.
How long was Noah out there?
I can't remember how many the exact years.
A long time, so you know you got to suspect.
But he didn't give an exact date. That's the thing. Arya gave an exact date of when it was going to happen. 2001. I mean, January 1st, 2001. Expect for the ships and
So would that make him a false prophet?
Yeah. Yeah. If you predict something that don't come true, what happened? Supposed to get the stone shower according to
Jonah and Nineveh, right?
Jonah prophesied though.
Jonah and Nineveh.
Jonah prophesied that Nineveh was going to fall and did. But eventually it did later on. Jonah prophesied that Nineveh was going to fall and it didn't fall. That's why the scriptures say these people seeking a sign, but they would just get something about Jonah. And Matthew, Yahushua said it.
But how do we actually know that what year we in? I'm just saying that if they change the times and the seasons, with this Gregorian calendar, how do we know we ain't in 1999 now?
What year is it in the Hebrew calendar? It's like 5,600 so and such and such. According to the Hebraic calendar, right? So I mean,
we don't know what.
We don't know.
No man knows the hour, the day, or the time.
Every society.
But he does say he will give signs of his coming, like you said that eclipse.
Yep.
Well, the eclipse. Well, after that eclipse, a lot of crazy stuff was happening, man. The hurricanes back to back.
Yeah.
The 8.5 in Mexico. So I'm like, damn, man. Maybe this shit is real.
Yep.
So I mean.
Well, let me give you a scripture, man, because when that year 2000 prophecy, honestly, we got to tell you, you keep the camera on. We got to tell you that you were supposed to still endure, man. You wasn't supposed to just say Christ came, Christ didn't come, so the hell with it. This is Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. So if you endure until the end, that wasn't the end. And the scriptures also say, no man knoweth the day, the hour, the time of the Lord, the coming.
But let's be real. A lot of guys that was there were charlatans. They were all about the money.
I agree with that.
Tazadaki's a charlatan.
Yeah, and see, he caused, the scriptures talk about the blood is on his hands. Because he caused a lot of people, a lot of those men to fall out.
Right.
So who the men still?
Brother that's over in England now, he's a charlatan. GOCC, he got people stuck overseas or whatever.
ICUPK too. The only ones that really stood firm started with Apostle Tahar. Yep. Do you know he continued? It's been over 30 years and he's continuing to do the Lord's work. Even and if I'm not mistaken, Apostle Tahar looked up to High Priest Arya, but yet he still continued to do the work. And High Priest Arya, he's still over there with Tazadakia. So through the Spirit, they believe it. I believe it too, really, because Arya came out with a lot of information. We believe he never really stopped. We believe he's gonna come back in his right mind and continue on the faith.
He's old. He's very old now. He's feeble-minded. It's like his mind is gone.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying? He's like Alzheimer's.
Yeah, but the scripture says, St. John 6:63 is the spirit that quickeneth. The flesh ain't nothing. So the Lord's Spirit can do anything.
You even got when Yahushua said to John. He said to Peter, Peter was asking Yahushua, what was John going to do? And Yahushua asked John, he told Peter, what will it be if he tarry until I come back? He told Peter to just worry about yourself. You know, don't worry about how old a man is. You got to work out your own salvation. You know, with fear and trembling. And then there's also a scripture, Matthew 16:28, where the Lord said that there are some of you standing among me who will not see a taste of death until I come to my kingdom. You know, so, and we know that them apostles, they died, but they had to be here.
Yeah.
You know? Now, we don't know who High Priest Ariyah is.
Yeah, we don't know, like, you've met him and you've dealt with that situation.
Like the old timers,
the old time, old school.
Right.
And we don't know him, but we just referring for what we was taught, not just for what we were taught, but what we believe.
Right.
You know?
Some renounced the doctrine altogether. Lahab was one of the first, you know, the high priest of the seven.
Yeah.
He denounced it. He said this one West doctrine is garbage altogether. He, you know,
he's saying you ain't got to keep the laws, and he said he's going in all kinds of stuff. Everybody can be saved.
Right.
Every last one of them went into a different doctrine.
They all split.
Right.
All split. Yeah.
Now, the only thing with Apostle Tahar, the doctrine never changed. Somebody got that scripture, St. John 16:13. The spirit grew with we call ourselves Great Millstone.
Yeah.
That somebody else gave us that name. That was just a title.
Okay.
But Apostle Tahar, he came in. He kept going in the faith. So that's why we know the Lord's dealing with him. Yahweh Shem Yahushua dealing with him because he never stopped. He continued in the faith. Read that.
Matthew 16:13.
John 16:13.
John 16:13.
Yeah.
Howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth.
Right.
But he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that shall he speak, and he will shew you things to come.
Right. So when the year 2000 prophecy didn't come, the Lord, that was, look, man, they still men.
Right.
You know, and you know, the Lord will cause you to humble. He will humble you, even as a man.
Right.
So when that prophecy didn't come, that one, you know, that was a doctrine. But they kept, Apostle Tahar kept going. And when he kept going, that was the Lord's way of weeding out those other guys. How else would we know who did? Can you imagine if the prophecy came? How many unfaithful would be on them chariots?
We wouldn't be here.
Right.
You know?
The mark of the beast prophecy wouldn't have.
A lot of them niggas would have been on them chariots, man.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Let me ask you something. How you feel about Sakari?
Sakari.
The real Hebrew. He was like part of y'all at first, right?
Yeah, he was with GMS at first.
He still teach something about doctrine.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just he got some problems. He's got some unruly issues where he just his behavior, man. He just doesn't. What is it called? Honor, in a sense. He doesn't have the honor like that. Now we believe he's still teaching. He's going out teaching. He's doing the Lord's work. You know, I don't know. I can't say if he's the elect or not. You know, none of us can say that. I always thought Sakari was pretty cool. I had no problem with him. But he started becoming ornery, so to speak. And then what happened is he started getting upset that either he left to get kicked out, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But he left, and then he started doing his own thing, but then he started coming against his own teachers. When you read, what's the 2 Timothy 3rd chapter?
Yeah, because when he was going was meeting up with Polite and stuff
Brother
like
Polite,
that.
yeah, I saw that video. That's why,
He was meeting up with him, man.
Right, yeah.
The apostles was like, hey, man, if you were supposed to be with us, you know that he not going to get it, man.
Right.
You know, you kind of beating a dead horse.
Right.
You know, and when they did that,
Polite was fucking him up on the questions, though. He made him look bad.
He confirmed.
Polite, you know, he got the gift of gab. Polite was running circles around him.
Yeah.
Sakari made himself look crazy in that interview. Right.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with that with Polite is Sakari never really questioned him on his doctrine.
Right. Yeah.
And Dr. York shit. He talking about if you drink more zinc, you can more likely have a boy for a child. Or, you know, he's choosing being his own God.
I met Polite before.
Yeah.
He a cool cat, but I mean, he's a scammer.
Yeah.
He's a scammer. Yeah, he's a scammer. He's a cool cat, but he's a scammer.
Right.
He's a scammer.
And the Lord not
don't have nothing to do with righteousness.
I got a scripture real quick. This is 1 Corinthians 10:21. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be a partakers at the Lord's table and the table of devils. So you really have no business. If they want to come up while we out doing the work and have that little debate. We debate, you know, and you go about the business.
Right.
But to go back and forth with those guys. Now again, Sakari is still out there. Sakari still has some maturing to do.
Okay. It's a young
You know what I'm saying? He's a young guy.
Right.
He has some maturing to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
His doctrine is the doctrine he's teaching is pretty much on point. Yeah.
Same y'all.
It's pretty much on point.
Okay.
He just got some maturing to do.
Okay.
You know, I have no like real hatred towards him. You know?
How about Brother Hashar?
Hashar.
AOC.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. He got a lot of fire. He got a lot of fire. You know, but he's not in our doctrine.
Okay.
You know? Hey,
That's what I'm saying.
I'll say
What's
this.
the difference between what he teaches
I'll say this.
Some of the stuff I just don't understand.
Yeah, I'll say this. If you're out fighting for the truth, and you're out telling our people they're Israelites, I'm all for it.
Okay.
But I'll say Great Millstone, we're about reaching the elect of our people and teaching them the cold hard truth. ISBK teach black man, black man, black man.
Right,
We say that Israelites can look like white men, look like Chinese people because of the going into different nations. You know?
Like Blake Griffin,
Yeah.
Blake Griffin's son.
Yep.
Blake Griffin, like
Yep.
half. Okay,
Yep.
It ain't about skin color, you know, Rick. And that's another thing that happened after the 2000 prophecy. Apostle Tahar and the other apostles was basically saying that Cornelius was an Israelite. And a lot of people didn't get that memo, apparently. You know, until now they starting to come to that senses that Cornelius is an Israelite. But that wasn't a doctrine that was being taught, you know, back when you was coming up, you know.
So now what can Africa do you got Israelites in Africa?
Yeah, we got Israelites all scattered
Okay,
all
they
throughout
don't
the
teach
world.
that.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, they only teach them. They only in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah.
I'm talking about ISBK.
Yeah, they all.
Okay.
They all.
Israelites scattered throughout the whole, the four corners
That's
of
what I'm saying.
You know? So,
Because I brought a verse to a brother, you know, Isaiah 11, you know, where it says 11 to 16, where it said where different Israelites will be at or whatever, and he tried to run on top of it and you know, missed my point or whatever. So they loud talk, he was right. They loud talk to the mic and try to cut your point or whatever.
yeah.
But, you know,
And if you would have said that you was with ICUBK,
they cuss me out.
yeah, they were like, this guy was a god of...
You left the truth.
You know?
All right, brother. Thank you, God. Shalom. Okay.
Glad to give us some
Brother
insight.
John.
Okay.
Okay, I might.
Okay, yeah, we here every Saturday.
Every Saturday, just from like 11 until like, 3, 2.
Okay.
Well, whatever.
All right,
11 until.
Pleasure.
Okay.
11 till.
Yeah, 11 till. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.